Welcome to the Isle Shore Snackcast, where we try a different local snack every now and then. Today, we're going to be testing out these chips from Aloha Edibles. They have the Furikake chips. Can you hold that up, Kevin?
Where's autofocus?
If you're not focusing, Kevin.
Oh, it's not focusing
Focus,
now.
Kevin.
Oh my gosh.
And that is why the podcast took 2 hours last time.
It was just...
With us on the Snackcast, we have Dennis.
Hey.
We have Kevin again.
What's up?
And we have Tracy.
And I'm a guy.
First off, let's talk about potato chips and how potato chips were made.
That's probably an accident, right?
That's right. It was an accident.
Serious?
Yes.
Gotta be. I was like, I think
They must have
gotta be an accident.
overcooked the potato or
They
something.
were making French fries, right?
Well, this is what happens. And it's just a legend. So we don't know if this is even true yet. But this guy, whose name is George Crumb. Now, he was a chef at a resort in New York. He was getting complaints by one of the customers there. They said that his potatoes were soggy, too thick, and it was just junk potatoes. Crumb said, this guy is wrong. No, my potatoes are good. So he said, I'll teach this guy a lesson. So he sliced up a batch of potatoes and then he cooked them until they were hard and crunchy. And he put a little bit of salt on top. And he said, this guy's gonna eat these potatoes and he's gonna hate it. When he arrived to the table, the guy loved the dish. And that's how potato chips were made.
Is that a true story?
They said it's legend. They said they don't really know for sure if it's true. Kind of like the last Snackcast we did.
Right. Interesting. So
Yeah.
wait, so accident.
It was an accident, yeah.
You know what's interesting is that food things, like all the best things in food are always accidents.
They're
but
always accidents.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. There's a lot of other things in life that aren't so good as accidents.
Yeah, there is it. Yeah.
I think I was an accident.
All right, so we're gonna go to Dennis. Dennis, tell us about.
How potato chips
Got
became popular in the United States. So in the 1920s, a traveling salesman by the name of Herman Lay was selling potato chips out of the back of his truck, his car. And in 1961, Herman Lay decided to merge with the company Frito. And from there, potato chips, grew even more popular in the United States. Before, potato chips were only salt flavored. And how it became, all these different flavors like barbecue, salt and vinegar, all that kind of stuff was because of this person named Joe Spud Murphy. In the 1950s, he was a owner of an Irish chip company called Tato, and he developed a technology to add seasoning during the manufacture process. So he developed the flavors of, cheese and onion and salt and vinegar. And, barbecue was one of the first flavors to be produced in the United States.
You guys have any fond memories of potato chips? I mean,
Oh,
Kevin, I know you do. What is your memory?
well, it's not really a memory. It's like how I used to like eating my potato chips by dipping it in ketchup.
I mean, that's like fries.
Kinda.
So that's not that weird. It is kind of weird,
Do
but
you
not.
do that?
Dude,
No, I don't.
that's weird.
Is that a little weird? I
is
haven't
weird.
done it recently though. I have a fond memory of doing that.
That's
with
weird.
my mom.
It is kind of like people who eat spaghetti sauce with rice.
But ketchup and potato chips.
What are those chips shavings? Like it's like chips, but they're like fries, and it tastes like ketchup.
Oh,
What
the
is that one?
The pic.
Yeah, what is it?
Yeah, they make a ketchup
Picnics.
flavored one. Yeah, picnics or something.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
So-
then I discovered that, and that became my favorite chip for a while.
Like, oh, they did it for me. I don't have to
yeah.
do it, right? How about you, Trace? Do you have any memories or chips that you like?
Well, I wouldn't say memory, but the one of the things about chips for me, sorry, this is totally random, but when I think about potato chips, when I think about it when I was a kid, all I can remember was like being told how much I can't eat. So
Yeah. Yep.
it's like, I'm not gonna lie, like one of the things that I used to describe was like when people would be like, so what is it like being an adult now? I'm like, well, I can eat as many potato chips as I want.
Can you finish the bag?
Oh yeah.
It's easy.
Oh yeah.
What is one chip that you'll eat that you can't stop eating once you start?
all of them.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Dude.
You're a chip fan then, I see, right?
I'm a diehard fan of salt and vinegar.
You said you like chips, right?
Yes, I love chips.
Do you have any stories? Like,
Well, I have the same experience as Trace when I was younger. You know, my mom would always limit how many potato chips we could have. But now, when I started working, I had a coworker who taught me, hey, you should eat chips with a chopstick.
with a chopstick?
You know why? You don't get your fingers dirty. And you can do your work with both hands without having one hand that has, you know, all the chip flavors on it.
But that's the best part of the chip, though. When you're done eating,
Hey, it's all about productivity.
Dude, that's a bougie friend that you got, man. That's like saying I'm gonna eat my pizza with a fork and a knife.
That is. Do you do that? Do you do that today and eat in front of people with your chopsticks? Chips?
I've never done it. I've always eaten it with my hands, but I had coworkers who use chopsticks.
We
That's-
have
that's
chopsticks there. Do you want to try?
No.
Okay.
I've done it with Cheetos. Or with toothpicks for the Cheetos Puffs.
Oh,
You
there
use
you go.
toothpicks.
For the Cheetos Puff, yes.
You're a bougie guy.
Well, sometimes you just don't want that cheese on you.
Right here, we have the Furikake potato chips. And then you probably tasted Furikake potato chips before. But let's try these. And then there's this Furikake, what is this one? The spicy one. It has chili peppers made with this. So, Kevin,
Good thing we got the water.
yeah, good thing. Tell us about Furikake and how to say it correctly.
It's Furikake.
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 What is it made out of, Kevin?
You know, there's a whole script here. But I'm just going to speak from my heart.
That's perfect.
So furikake in Japanese is when you pour something on something, like furikake. That's what they call it. So you're sprinkling things. But then furikake is usually seasoning you put on rice.
What's
It's made of seaweed. Then you have all these big words like monosodium glutamate, sugar. What is this? Dried fish? Yeah, I guess they put dried fish.
the bonito, right? It's
Yeah,
called.
bonito.
Yeah.
I like the tamago ones, you know, the egg.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that's good stuff. Freeze-dried salmon particles? Oh, the salmon ones. That's good stuff.
And it's colorful too a lot of times, right?
Yeah.
It's really colorful, yeah?
Yeah, it adds a lot of flavor to the rice, usually. But you know what? They put it in other things, like, in this case, chips. What else do they put it in?
Use it to coat food.
Food, yes.
Well, let me tell you something else, Kevin.
Oh, is it?
You
Go
have-
back to the script.
I mean, no, that's fine. You love you. I can tell how close to your heart Furikake is. So that was perfect. You didn't need a script for that.
Oh.
I
Jason's
mean,
trolling you right now.
He's totally trolling. Yeah, I'm sorry. If this goes live and if it's not edited out,
this is not going to be edited out. This is too good.
yeah. So it is what it is.
So what else? How was it made? Was it accident like chips and Tracy?
Tracy. Is it an accident?
If my parents watch this, they're gonna be like, "Are you kidding me?"
All right, so you guys want to try the first one? It is the classic Furikake chips.
Those look good. I like how they managed to get the furikake to stick to all of these chips, because if you ever tried to make your own furikake
Yeah.
anything, to actually get all the furikake to actually stick to whatever it is you're throwing in there, unless it's wet or the dried things, it just doesn't stick. But these, no problem.
So do you think they put like, they refried the chips and then put the furikake, or put butter or something like how?
sure they-
Yeah, I think there's added oil to this to
Yeah.
make it stick. But either way, they did a good job.
Can we eat this?
Yeah, let's do that.
Can we try dipping in it in ketchup?
No,
Just saying, man. These chips are way more crunchier than the muffins.
Yeah, it says kettle, right? Kettle chips. Yeah. So kettle chips are cooked differently, so it makes it more.
Let's get this crunch.
yeah,
Crunchy.
I don't think it's redone, though, but it's good. You know, the furikake really does add a lot to this. That's why it's just, man. always a fan of stuff with furikake. Definitely not.
Man, we can't stop eating this, right? We gotta go to the next one, but... So this is gonna be one that has some heat to it. So it's the Spicy Furikake potato chips. You guys like heat? You guys like hot stuff?
Love it.
Perfect. So this one has chili pepper, orange peel.
Orange peel.
Yes, seaweed, black sesame seed, white sesame seed, and Japanese pepper and ginger. All right, let's try the snacks. So what do you think about this one? It has some heat to it, huh?
It has some heat, but I think, you know what's really nice about it is that, you know, at face value, you would think that spicy means that just, oh, they added some chili pepper to it. But it really does seem like there's a lot more than just some chili pepper. Like, you know, the ingredient list speaks for itself. But it is. It's its own additional flavor on its own.
And you can actually taste the orange peel.
Yeah.
It's a hint of orange, but it's not, you know, dominant.
I like that it's not like too hot, but you can taste some of that pepper on it. If you're, you know, like chili pepper flakes, yeah?
It's there, yeah, but it's not too much. This would be good for people who usually kind of stay away from too much spice. It's like, but it's not too hot. It's enough to enjoy it.
You get more of the flavor of the heat. Sometimes you just get the heat, but not the flavor.
Yeah. So what do you think about the chips extravaganza we had here today? You know I'm gonna zoom in on that, right? You know when you just did that? It's gonna have that sexy music come on. It's gonna zoom into you eating.
It's like an explosion in my mouth.
You said it so well.
Can we take it back to 95? Before we had this drama in our lives. Just staring at the screen every day and night. I miss the rush of living in real life. Don't get your DeLorean.
I gotta thank Carrie of Aloha Edibles for providing the snacks for this Snackcast for today. You can check them out at alohaedibles.com. And don't forget, check out Isle Shores on Amazon for some great local snacks and even some furikake chips, the ones that we tried on this podcast for today.